What's up guys, welcome back to the video. So today we're going to be learning about functions in JavaScript. So let's get started. So functions are a block of reusable code, so that's the main thing we have to remember of functions. And functions are a main topic of interview questions and stuff, so you have to learn about functions. And you have to invoke them to use them, so we're going to be seeing that how to do that and stuff. But let's go ahead and start off with our example. So we're going to be removing all that. First of all, we're going to see how to write this function. So function normally it's going to have something like this. Function, and you're going to have the name. Let me spell this right. And just like that, and inside this you're gonna have of course your code. So this is how it's gonna be like a function keyword, a name, and then pair of parentheses, and after that you're gonna have these curly braces. So that's how a function format is gonna look like. And the good thing about functions is, like, if you have some stuff, so let's say doing some random program or something on JavaScript, I don't even know what's happening with the variables, so it's gonna be kind of hard to understand because I don't know which method or which for loop is for what. So we can just use a function to put that specific code inside it. It works like a basic normal it works basic like a normal JavaScript page. I know it's still in JavaScript, but if you guys understand what I'm saying, it's good. But yeah, that's totally fine. So let's go ahead and see an example with it. So I'm gonna create a function name. This is gonna be actually, instead of name, I'm just gonna put it to be like car. And now what I'm gonna be doing is in this function I'm just gonna be showing some cars or something. So we're gonna be declaring a variable. I'm just gonna make it let car equals, and then it's gonna be maybe Ford, and we're gonna do console.log, and we're gonna do car. And you can of course have many of these variables. It really doesn't matter, of course, so you can have multiple of those. And also what you can do is you can loop them, which I'm gonna be talking about them in a second. But let's go ahead and run this. Oh, I forgot to actually put the script, so let's go ahead and put the script over here. This is going to be source, and this is going to be index.js. And let's go ahead and open this with live server, and now we can see our output. So let's go ahead and wait for our output over here. So we just did, I guess. So there we go. We're gonna click on inspect and console. So if we go ahead and see our output, we're getting something called live reload enabled and something. So let's go ahead and actually remove all the stuff over here. So you can just do this clear console or Control L, and you can just reload this. And as you see, we're still not getting our output, which is our console.log, our car. It should be as Ford. Why, you may ask? It's because we are not invoking or calling the function. So to invoke or call the function, what you gotta do is you just gotta type the function name, which is car for us, and you're gonna give the pair of parentheses. And you're gonna be saving that and reloading that, and there we go. So if you guys can see, that's great. So Ford is appearing for us, so that works. So that's an example of how you can use these functions and stuff. And now I did something wrong. Okay, yeah, so now that works. But this is gonna be like too much hard-coded and stuff. Let's say you want the values by the user. So what you can do is you can go ahead and put a parameter. So over here, so let's hover over this. As you see, it's a parameter. It might be any. So we're gonna be, while calling or invoking the function, we can actually pass something. So we're gonna be passing Ford, and let's go ahead and save this, and Ford. But what if you don't pass anything? So let's go ahead and save this. So there we go, we are getting undefined, which of course kind of make sense, because we already have a parameter expected over here, and we are using in our console.log, and we are not passing anything. So that's gonna have the value as nothing, because we're not passing any. So that's why it's printing us undefined. So that kind of makes sense. So now let's go ahead and you can also do many things with the card, like you can store that in variables and stuff. You can do many stuff with that. So now what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be actually let's send a list this time. So this list is gonna contain fruits, of course, because that's what I know. So we're gonna be just putting 3 fruits maybe, and that's gonna be maybe, I don't know, it should be mango, I guess. And yeah, that should be good. So we are gonna be having three fruits, and then I mean, in this, by the way, guys, this name can be anything. So it can be car, it can be anything. So it really doesn't matter. You can put it A or something. It really doesn't matter. But for now, I'm just gonna name it to be list, because it kind of makes sense if you make this a parameter name to be something where you're gonna be passing, because it's gonna be quite convenient to you guys understand. And of course, that's the main thing you have to do, and many people do that too. So we're just gonna be printing this list. So let's go ahead and save this in our console, of course. So we're getting it, apple, banana, mango, of course our index, and length too. So that works. But let's say you want to loop through the list. So you can do the same thing like how you do normally outside this functions and stuff. So it's very simple. So you're gonna have, of course, a for loop, and I'm gonna put this first of all in here, and we're gonna be putting that in here. So console.log list. So we're gonna be looping this list until the max. So I'm gonna be declaring a variable let I equals 0, and we're gonna be initializing over here. So I, and we have to loop this until list dot length. And the reason we're not doing -1 is because it's gonna take the previous value of it, which is going to be like how much, maybe 3. So it's normally the length is 3, but it's gonna take 2, which is the thing we need. So that's gonna be there. And the next thing is we have to increment I. And that's not it, because we have to access by their index. So let's go ahead and do this and save this and see our output. So that works too. So apple, banana, mango. So you can do that too. You can loop, you can do while loops and stuff. You can do many stuff. So it's kind of like how you write your code without these functions. So I hope you guys understand about this JavaScript functions. So that's pretty much it about functions. So that's it for today's video. See you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.